Lern Saturday night, Friday night, first of all. And then Saturday, I was at Yessongs up at the Wildey.
How was it?
Now, that is a Yes tribute band.
Yes.
And a very good Yes tribute band, in my opinion. And I talked about him when I saw him at Del Mar Hall, a couple months ago. Talked to Al Canal, and Al said, hey, I'm going to book him up here. And so they did 2 nights. Friday was sold out, 330 people. Saturday was about 275 people, so they almost sold out 2 nights there.
That's great.
And I talked to Paul Blecka, the lead singer, prior to the show, and he was kind of nervous because this is a big deal for them up there at the Wildey Theater. You know, even though they had a nice crowd at Del Mar Hall.
Now people are talking about
People are talking about him, right? Yeah. We're talking about him on the radio here, and he was just feeling a little extra pressure.
Good.
And that's nothing wrong with a little extra pressure. And he's just fantastic. He sounds so much like John Anderson. And the rest of the band, they're just working hard to try to perfect that. That's complicated music to do. You know, the musicians, and yes, these guys are some of the best ever. You know?
Right.
So you got Paul Blecka singing the lead. You got Craig Reno on the guitars. And, you know, Steve Howe's one of the best guitarists ever and different guitars. And you know, little things inside Yes music. If you're a Yes fan, you notice these little things. And they got to be right. So, you know, I think they do a great job. Bass is Danny Hagley. A lot of these guys were in an old band called Faustus that a lot of old-timers remember, a local band here in the St. Louis area. Keyboards, Jim Wolf. Remember we talked about Jim Wolf? I said last time he had like a space astronaut-type outfit on. And we were just kidding, saying, hey, man, if you're going to do Rick Wakeman, you got to put the cape on.
Right.
He showed up with a big-ass cape.
Outstanding. Thank you.
And it was gold. Solid gold. And I thought to myself, wow, we probably put the pressure on the poor guy to put that cape on.
Yessongs, guys.
That cape looked like if you were underneath it for 2.5 hours, 3 hours, he was probably like melting underneath that thing, man. It was
glad
huge.
He did it.
It was huge. I loved it. Randy Wallach on drums. The steel guitar player is Bill Hoff. And that's real important, too, when the steel guitar comes in every once in a while in some Yes songs and really sets a nice tone and is very recognizable. But, yeah, they added a song to their repertoire, too, that I loved. And they didn't do it for me because I didn't tell them to do this. But they just kind of did it on their own. Wondrous Stories. And Paul comes down to the edge of the stage and he sings it, and he nailed it, man. It was fantastic. So congratulations to all the guys in the band. I thought the first night, the first song when they first started, Yours is No Disgrace, the mixing wasn't quite right. It took them just a little while to get that straightened out, and then the rest of the show was great. So then I stayed the next night just to hear that song in particular.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I thought it got off to a little bit of a shaky start. Right out of the box, they were right on the money. There you go.
You're like their coach.
I don't know.
You're the Yessongs coach.
I love Yes, always have. So, you know, getting a chance to see something like that is entertaining. And if you're a Yes fan, next time you hear that Yessongs is playing in the area, you gotta go. And with that in mind, here's one of the songs they did the other night.